Invited you here today to draw the attention of Ghanaians to how the Electoral Commission is seeking to undermine our democracy through the proposed public election registration of voters instrument. Upon a careful study of the draft regulation, we have discovered that Regulation 1.3 states, and I quote, "A person who applies for registration as a voter shall provide as evidence of identification the national identity card issued by the National Identification Authority." End of quote. There are two implications of the above regulation. The first is that this regulation is clear on the face of it that the Ghana card shall be the only proof of identification for purposes of voter registration. In other words, what this regulation seeks to do is to radically change the current regime for providing a person's identity for registration purpose. Under the current regulation, i.e. Regulation CI 126, a person who qualifies to register as a voter may prove his or her identity by either presenting a valid Ghanaian passport, a national identity card, not national identity card issued by the National Identification Authority as proposed in this CI, or a registration identification form signed by 2 registered voters within the community. What the EC proposes to do with this new CI is to eliminate the 2 other sources of proof of identity, i.e. the Ghana passport and the guarantee system, leaving the Ghana card as the only means of identity.
The second implication is that the regulation flies in the face of Article 42 of the Constitution, which states the following.
The second implication is that the regulation flies in the face of Article 42 of the Constitution, which states as follows: every citizen of Ghana, 18 years or above, and of sound mind, has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purpose of public elections and referenda. End of quote. This clearly makes the proposed provisions unconstitutional. What it means is that if the CI is passed in its current form, it will not only be unconstitutional, it will radically disenfranchise all those prospective voters who, for no fault of theirs, are unable to obtain the national ID card issued by the National Identification Authority. Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution. The 1992 Constitution provides only three conditions for registration as a voter, and that is: 1, the person has to be a citizen of Ghana; 2, the person must be of sound mind; and 3, the person must be 18 years old and above. Therefore, no subsidiary legislation can be used to undermine this provision.
Given the aforementioned provisions, he emphatically stated that the NDC is of the view that the proposal in the CI, which makes the Ghana card the sole requirement, is unconstitutional.
The removal of this provision from the CI and make the Ghana card the sole requirement for registration is to deny all such persons the right to register and vote. And this is a complete breach of and violation of Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution, and therefore unconstitutional. Again, Article 45E of the Constitution also enjoins the Electoral Commission to undertake programs for the expansion of the registration of voters. Given the above provision, we are of the view that the proposed The proposal in the CI, which makes the Ghana card the sole requirement for the registration, is unconstitutional to the extent that it serves as a fetter on citizens' right to register and exercise their franchise in elections. This singular decision by the G. Mensah and Bosmanasare-led EC is also at variance with the constitutional mandate to undertake programs to expand the registration of voters. At present, statistics available suggest that at least about 2 million Ghanaians are yet to be issued the Ghana card. The registration process for the Ghana card has been characterized by several difficulties. The National Identification Authority has missed several deadlines to complete the registration of citizens. Professor Kenatefa, Executive Director of the National Identification Authority, stated at a press conference last Friday, 16 September 2022, and I quote, "We have the mandate to register all Ghanaians in Ghana and all Ghanaians abroad. There is no way NIA can register all Ghanaians in Ghana. If you look at our performance record, as stern as we believe our performance is, the reality is that there are approximately 2 million people aged 15 years and above who have not registered for the Ghana card. There is no way the National Identification Authority can register those people. It is physically, technically, and fiscally impossible." End of quote. We therefore found it strange that the Electoral Commission will call a press conference and urge the National Identification Authority to expedite action on registration. It obviously doesn't lie in the mouth of the EC to do so.
They are therefore demanding an immediate cessation of all work on the CI lying in Parliament, pending thorough deliberations.
In the light of the above, we demand an immediate cessation of all work on the laying of the CI in Parliament, pending thorough deliberation and consultation with all relevant stakeholders to fine-tune it to take on board the concerns expressed by us and others that others may hold as stakeholders. Given the above circumstances, we are of the considered view that CI 91, as amended, it's adequate for voter registration and subsequent conduct of 2024 elections, and that there is no justification on the part of the EC to bring this new CI as it proposed to do.